You were tuned in to episode 129 of the Goodfellas podcast. It's your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. And I got my main man with me, Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka Mr. 1K. OG, what's going on?
Oh man, I'm feeling frisky, man. I'm feeling like the bag coming my way. We got a major slate of fights coming down this weekend. And I'm just trying to get a little of money coming my way. Hopefully you guys do what they're supposed to do and we can make that happen.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. Shakur Stevenson versus Robson Colson Cow. I think I butchered his last name. He's gonna be Robson today. Uh, so they had their face off today, press conference and all of that. So we're gonna get into that. Keyshawn Davis is the co-main on that card. Fighting a guy that got a solid record. So we're gonna talk about that. Joseph Parker. That fight's going down, and I think a lot of people haven't really been talking about it because since the Queen passed, we was expecting for that fight to get pushed back, and it's not getting pushed back. So, yeah, we got to talk about that too with some other fights that's going down. Before we even get started, man,
We got Soriano and Manoff. We got Soriano and Manoff. That's damn near undisputed. They one belt off, undisputed. Like literally, it's about 4 belts off going down for that one. So I think the WBA missing. They got the IBO, IBF, a bunch of titles on the line for that Soriano Manoff fight. I hope I said that right. What's your last name? But salute, L Dub. What's going on, family?
L Dub, the plug, man. The Block Mike Cop in the building, man. Big shout out to L Dub. English guy, that's original family in the building, man. English guy, big shout out to you, bro. Original family one more time, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. Bruce Gas, L Dub. Before we even get started, man. If you're not subscribed to L Dub's channel, you're missing out on some major education. You understand what I'm saying? Probably one of the best professors in the business when it comes down to boxing, man. That's a definite must sub. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more, one of my favorite channels, one of my favorite guys to listen to. Wealth of knowledge, man. Old school, new school. You got what you need. Interviews, all the whole nine. He got it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go subscribe to him. And my guy, Andre Southgate, in the building, says salute to all here listening. Big shout out to Southgate, man. Southgate, I think Southgate hit over 1,000 subs. So congrats to Southgate. We both know how important that is. You know,
how hard it is.
Process is hard. It's difficult, man. It is very, very difficult, man. Big shout out to Southgate and congrats. I don't know how long you've been over 1,000, but man, it's a hard road, man. It's a hard road, man. So congrats to you. Yeah, we just got family in the building, man. To feel good today, man. Said G5 100, man. Hey, LW, we don't be capping, man, for sure, man. Like we got this family that's in here right now. Like y'all are some of the the dudes that we listen to and we check on. You know what I'm saying? Before we spill our shit. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta give props what props is due. But let's get into this. Let's get into Shakur and Robson, the press conference, the face off. Me personally, bro, I don't know what it was, but Robson looked a little bigger than Shakur, and I don't know if that was my eyes tripping on me or he looked a little bigger than him. Am I wrong on that assessment?
No. So size is a factor in boxing, and I ain't gonna spill it right now, but I got a lean in that fight just based on size. So yes, you're correct when you say there's a difference. I almost think the boy could probably probably make a stab at 140. He looked like he carried 140 pretty well. He's a muscular dude. And then the positive with that size, he hasn't been like a guy that tires out. He's not knocking everybody out, so he's going the distance. He's doing the 10 rounds a lot of the time. So he didn't look tired against Valdez, and he was putting hands on Valdez. So I don't think that size is a detriment, as if, he might be slower in this fight, or, he might shoot it low, don't have enough past 7, excuse the pun, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think his size will carry him through this fight. And that makes it, in my estimation, it has to be a strategic fight. That word killed me all the time. It got to be a strategic fight for Stevenson. You know what I mean? It's not going to be step on the gas, go for the kill. Like he said, he's the smartest guy in boxing. I think dude's size telling him he got to be smart. And if you look at his KO ratio since, quote unquote, the step up, since he really got these premier position on Top Rank and been that guy, I ain't had a really good KO in a minute now. Since the guys he's supposed to KO, he's KO'd them. Didn't get rid of Nicotina. Didn't get rid of he stopped Herring, but again, look at it, on his feet. Didn't get rid of Valdez. Now you got a bigger guy who put the hands on Valdez. I think facial wise, damage wise, his look a lot worse than yours did. That's all I can say. So we only going by visual. Visually, he looked like he damaged Valdez a lot more than you did. It could have been coming off the juice, blah blah blah. But I just ending result is it damaged Valdez. Looked like he was getting the mitts put on him. In your fight, it just looked like he lost the fight.
Yeah, I mean, Shakur is one of the best young talents in the game, and I think I'm confident in saying this. He is top 5 in the sport in transitioning, whether offense to defense, defense to offense. He's top 5 in the business, and that's what makes him who he is right now. That's a trait that you.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
On a 10 fighter pound for pound, where do you have him?
Pound for pound, he's outside of my top 10, outside of it. But I'm talking about that skill, period. That the special
outside
guys
of
have
it,
that. Yeah, he's outside of my. Bro, he's not
Okay.
in the top 10 pound for pound. He's not in the top 10 pound for pound.
Okay.
What
is it? What? Okay, I don't want to tell. I won't go too far, but what is it that's holding him back?
Other people. It's just other people that got better stuff going on. That's all. It's right now, when you look at pound for pound, like, this is the most debate that you're gonna get out of pound for pound top 10 than you've seen in the past like 5-6 years. There's literally legit a good 15, 16 guys that can make a case to be at the top 10. Easy. And Shakur is one of those guys. He can make a claim.
Give me one guy. Give me one guy on yours. Just give me one guy that's at the bottom.
Haney's on mine. Haney's on mine.
That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie, I got Haney at the top part of my top 10 pound for pound.
Yeah, I got.
But again, we as let me just state this: we do accomplishments very well, like what you've accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Kind of can almost be elevate you past your skill in certain aspects, like a Canelo. You see what I'm saying? Like, his accomplishment of being undisputed may have lifted him in that conversation, but his skills technically didn't accomplish. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of get what you're saying with having Haney low. I get it. You know what I mean? Power is a big part of boxing. And, you ain't knocked nobody out in 5 years. You know what I mean? it's almost like you forgot how to knock people out. But again, I know shoulder surgeries, you lose a lot of steam on your swing. So just say,
yeah. Shakur is special, though.
but yeah, I get
He's
it.
special.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
special.
You know when to know one thing. I think I can support you having him low. His potential going forward isn't high. A lot of the fighters we could say like is in there like a tank. We could see him dancing at 140. I really can't see Shakur making a dent at 135. To be honest, bro. Maybe against the B guys, but any of the top guys, like I don't like. He might beat a quote, no disrespect to Nair Albright, but I think he could possibly beat an Albright at 135. He could possibly beat Jackson Marina, Marina's at 135, like those type of guys. But
if
Haney's,
Shakur,
Lopez's, go ahead.
if Shakur can carry the weight, like he dog walks both of them dudes. If he can carry the weight.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I think those are B-level guys in my estimation. I think he bows well, but we talking top, we talking Loma. Like really, can he dance with Loma? Like at 135, the weight does matter. You know what I mean? Is his punch power going to be less because he's carrying more weight? So he's swinging a lot slower.
I think
a lot of conversation about that, but I don't know his reach. I don't see him making a dent. Not in this era of 135. When guys slow down in the next couple years, probably.
Yeah, I think it's really just how he carries the weight. I mean, outside of that, I think skill wise, he can go throw down with anybody. He can throw down with anybody. Like he's that good. I do think Shakur is special. Because of that one treat. That's what makes Floyd special. That transition from defense to offense to defense in a split second. Like very few guys have it. He's got it. Like he's definitely got it. English guy said Robson got robbed against Valdez, in my opinion. Yeah, I felt like Robson won that fight. I felt like Valdez, he got away with one. Yeah, that's a fact.
I was talking to my lady about that. I said to me, the call was just about the promotion of it. Because look at the results. You get two fighters for Stevenson instead of one. Because let's say Robson won. I don't see a reason how you bounce back Valdez against Stevenson off of Robson loss, possibly the issue with the drug testing, and then not getting a big win to elevate him. You know what I mean? So I think they did a two for one out the situation, which is, all money in the bank for them. So I think the call was, based on that, the forecast of how things panned out financially for the whole platform. I don't know if they wanted it like that, but I just think it was like that.
I can say that's a fair assessment if you're into that type of thinking. The top rank would have been a lot better off with Valdez winning that by robbery versus Robson getting a just decision. So we've seen that before, but I think Robson definitely won that fight for sure. English guy said Shakur is special though. Yeah, I definitely think he's special, man. He's definitely special. Brendan Smith, he said,
but do y'all
shout out to Brendan Smith?
Can I get a response on how y'all feel about the upside? Because we got guys moving divisions. We got guys trying to stake their claim on these divisions going up. What do y'all feel like the forecast for him is? Like, you know what I mean? We got Just Take, but we got your take. I want to hear from our folks that's in the chat.
What's Shakur's ceiling to you guys? Shakur is a top 5 pound for pound talent. I will say that. Now I don't know if the opponents and the fights is going to line up for him to get that spot, but he has top 5 pound for pound talent. I will definitely definitely say that for sure. But yeah, let us know in the comment section, like what is Shakur's ceiling? Like, is it you think he can be a top 10 pound for pound guy, top 5? Do you feel like he can get Hall of Fame type status? Like, let us know what y'all think. Brennan said, I think Parker can win. Parker and Joyce, we're gonna get to that in a minute, bro. So we definitely gonna talk about that. English guy, he said Joe Parker, Joe Parker, or Zach Parker. Are you asking us who's better, or let us know what you mean by that, English guy? Joe Parker can win. Yeah, it really comes down to can he sustain them shots from Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce got them thudding shots. You know what I'm saying? Clarence McClain, my guy, man, out of NY. Big shout out to Clarence McClain, man. One of the hottest podcasts out there, the No Duck Zone podcast. Big shout out to my guy Clarence McClain, man, always holding it down, man. Big shout out to the missus as well, man. Wherever you see him, you see the missus holding him down. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to him. My God, the hottest strength and conditioning coach in the business. Mr. Robert Acosta is in the building. Yo. One of the masterminds behind possibly the most dangerous guy in the sport, man, Jerron Boots Ennis. And I think unless something changed, Rob Acosta is working with Mr. Ortiz for the Loma fight. And Rob got his hands on a lot of other fighters as well, man. Like, and people know Rob from Boots, but it's so much more to Rob than just Boots. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And I remember we had a conversation when we met, and you know, he said he wanted to just broaden his horizons, and he's doing a great job of that, man. Like, he's doing a great job of that. Big shout out to Rob Acosta, like cool ass dude on top of a great coach, man. Big shout out to Rob. English guy, how do you see him winning? I can't see him knocking out Joyce. You think a points win? English guy, so we can get into that. We can get into that. If Joseph Parker's gonna win this fight, he can't, like, he has at least 2 to 3 dumb moments of fight that cost him. Whenever he loses, he has 2 or 3 really, really dumb moments that really cost him. He can't have those in this fight. He has to be mentally very, very sharp in this fight, because he's going to have to walk through some fire, even if he's going to plan to get a decision. Like, he's going to have to mentally be really, really, really strong in this fight. And we got to see how his body going to hold up, because usually Joyce putting them paws on you for a good amount of rounds, you usually get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Joseph Parker, he's capable, he's skilled, and he's capable, but that's a tall mountain to climb in Joe Joyce. But that's the best route, a decision, hit and try to move and just try to avoid the beast. You know what I mean? What you think, Vlog?
That man is not going to win that fight, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. This dude, he can lose a fight just based on a lot of the things he does in the ring itself. The judge can take rounds from this dude. And then you in a fight where you got to be more defensive minded than offensive minded. So that alone going to slow you down. Your output. You ain't going to be flicking that jab as much as you think you're going to be flicking that jab. And then we talking about a dude that we know for a fact, gas tank, let go every fight. Can say he looked half decent against Chisora, but he was doing a lot of tying up, and Chisora didn't have the energy from his fighting style. When you bend over as a defense as much as he was, it takes a lot of wind just to get upright. Then you got to get upright, fight out the tie up, let your hands go. He wasn't in condition to take advantage of that. You dealing with a guy whose defense is really just walking through your punches and walking you down. So at some point, you're going to see that. And then you're going to see Parker try to tie up. If it works, it's going to work against him judge-wise. You see what I'm saying? Because if you dull a fight with a lot of tie-ups, you could just lose a round based on that.
Well, I was all for him tying up Chisora because Chisora got stamina problems. So that was actually a pretty nice strategy from Joseph Parker, and
I
it
ain't,
worked out for him.
I'm not going to disagree with you, and but at the same time, his tie up was timely because he was catching Chisora when we had a little bit of wind. He had a little bit of, okay, I got the right distance. Let me try to get off. Boom, here come the tie up, slowed him down. So his tie ups were timely, but I don't think that's going to work against a younger, stronger fighter,
Oh,
less wear and tear.
Yeah, I'm not saying he does that against Joyce. That's not going to work against Joyce. I was talking about specifically against Chisora. Like
That
that was
part, yeah, I get it,
yeah,
I get
that
it,
part,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
I get it. I don't
Oh
disagree. He
man,
had good tie ups.
my guy Willie G in the building, man. He said, "What's good, fellas?" Willie G, big shout out to you, bro. I'm glad to see you, bro. English guy, that 2-for-1 idea is a good point, vlog. That is a hell of a point, hell of a point. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically
Oh,
bag
what was
you
it again?
bag the 2-for-1 joint. Like so when Robson got robbed against when he got robbed
Oh
in
yeah,
his
yeah.
fight
Oh okay,
against Valdez,
yeah,
then yeah, Shakur
yeah,
got the 2-for-1 special. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He said,
yeah.
I'll take Shakur against anyone moving up. He could definitely be top 5 pound for pound. Clarence McLean, he said, hands down, Shakur will take over not only 30, but 35 and 40. Top 5 for sure. So Clarence McLean is a big fan of Shakur, high expectations. Southgate says Shakur is a talent for sure. Clarence McLean said, thanks, bro. Willie G, I gotta see him in there with a scrapper, young guy like himself. Robson's an older guy. I think he's like 35, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's he's a he's an Olympian. Robson's very good. Very good fighter. Very good fighter. Technically sound, very good fighter. Um, I just believe Shakur is different. I just believe Shakur is different. Robson can beat a lot of guys. I just think Shakur is different. Um, Bruce, he said Rob knows nutrition. I'm assuming Rob's going to say yes, but he does know nutrition. Uh, he said, no, I'm not working with him. We couldn't agree on some terms. I wish him luck, though. Okay, okay. Hey, Rob, so I seen you was posting videos like you was at the gym, but I didn't know if you was just posting like past videos and like you was in the lab cooking with him. Um, you know what I'm saying? He said, thanks, Bruce. You do too. Yeah, hey, Bruce, I gotta I was joking around with Rob about this probably a couple weeks ago. We had him on a show maybe about 2 months ago, and at the end we were talking about he was breaking down like nutrition and stuff like that, and he was talking about stuff that's in cereal, like different ingredients that's in cereal. Like ever since then, like I just be looking at the back of cereal boxes and shit, looking for looking for the stuff that he said. But nah, that's a Rob is a wealth of knowledge, like for sure. English guy, I think Joyce wins. I was asking Brennan's opinion. Oh, Brennan, English guy, I want to know what you think about that, bro. He said, I gotta get some sleep. I'll listen back in the morning. Hey man, we appreciate you for jumping in. I seen you in here. I knew it was late. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to you. Yeah, but Joseph Parker he got a tough hill to climb, man. Like Joe Joyce is work, man. Like he's work. And it's just you look at him and it's like I'm not comparing him in terms of this person in terms of being great. I compare his style to Foreman's in terms of just being methodical, big. It don't look like it is damage being done until you see the result. You know what I mean? Like Joe Joyce is just that methodical, just thudding type fighter, man. Like, and it's just he grew on me. He grew on me big time, man. Like, I used to call him ketchup out the bottle slow, but that dude, his punch variety is crazy. Chin is granite, tough dude. He can box. Like he got it. He got it, man. So Joseph Parker got a tough. He got to jump up a couple rounds like early and try to take his chances and try to get up out of there, try to sneak out of there with a win. That's the only thing I can see. Yeah, see here go Bruce.
Let me. What's your link? What's your lean on the distance situation? How you feeling about that?
Is it an over under on that, or you just asking me that overall?
Just in general, it helps me, make my.
If Joyce is gonna get him up out of there, it's gonna be late. I'm thinking like between 8 and 10. He would get him up out of there, but to be honest with you, I would lean towards the distance. Because Parker can move pretty good. Parker can move pretty good, man. Like, and his clinch game is pretty good, so I could see him surviving the full 12. What you thinking, bro? Froze up on me, bro.
Yeah, I had some tech issues, but I got 2 forms of internet, so I had to switch over to the other one, bro. Okay. My apologies.
Nah, you good. Hold on. Here you go, Bruce. He said phosphoric acid in cereal. Yeah, I think that's what Rob was telling me. It was another one too that he was mentioning that was in cereal. But I'm definitely looking in the back of cereal boxes now, man. Like, I didn't eat cereal like that prior, but I really like. I'm like, hell no. Clarence McClain said,
bro, I ain't had a bowl of cereal over 12 years, bro.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I had a. It's been a minute since I had a bowl of cereal, man. Clarence McClain, Jeff coming to Philly Saturday for an amateur fight. Oh yeah, call me. I'll pull up. I'll definitely pull up. You had to let me know where. It only could be so many places in the city. But we got to fight Friday. We got to fight Friday. Not here, Albright. He's supposed to be fighting. RDR Promotions got a couple of the young cats on the card. You know what I'm saying? So that's
that lead to
city. Go ahead, bro.
Can I speak about these odds makers and how bad they be doing with their numbers? I checked the numbers for that particular Albright fight. He's going up against a dude named Estevan Falco, the boy out of Brazil, 11-0. Again, that's 11-0 against dudes that's like 4-23, 13-37. So this dude is not facing the best competition. He also hasn't been on quote unquote big. This would be his biggest stage ever. So you got to travel. First fight in America. They got this dude 2-1. I'm not mad at his odds, but when you put the favorite at a minus 2,200 and you just look at his competition level, bro, he gotta be easily minus 500. He not up there with the Jahir Tuckers and the shoes and their numbers as being favorites against their competition, but he's not far off based on his competition also. Salute to him for getting another undefeated guy. That whole camp, they on like a 4-fight run against straight undefeated guys. He 3-1 so far. You know what I'm saying? I think the lights got to him against the Bull Ortiz. I don't know, he just a little slow to fire. You know what I mean? His defense wasn't as crisp. So I just think this is a good spot for him. But I just think the odds maker is a little bit disrespectful. And that's my thing. Anybody that know y'all really following me, I'm doing my thing with the numbers and I'm really trying to get a bag with these dudes. But I did my personal numbers and I had him at the highest at minus 750. The highest for the underdog, plus 375. Could have dropped that down to a plus 300, 325. But he's a major underdog. Again, your first fight in America. This dude, they had this dude fighting in basketball gyms and shit at some high school down there. Like, so he ain't been under, no real pressure. And then his competition is light years behind Nahir Albright. So I think it's a little disrespectful. So, you know what I mean? I don't want to talk too bad about these odds makers, but they don't do their homework enough with some of these fighters. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just my one.
Yeah, it's a couple of guys on that card that I like, man. I like Nahir Albright, man. Good dude. Uh Big fan of Mark Dawson. You know, looking to see him get back into action, man. He took that L against Paul Kroll. Paul Kroll, another beast, you know, out of Philly, man. Uh Cruz is fighting on that card. It's a couple of
There's some
guys, man, that I
heavyweights.
like.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got a
it's a
couple
nice.
heavyweights, some fresh
It's
faces.
the thing about RDR is he's definitely gonna put guys in the ring to get them an opportunity to look good, man. Like usually RDR usually don't put on no boring fights. Like usually his fights be, you know, you gonna get some knockouts and things. Like you won't get good entertainment value with RDR, man. Big shout out to Rodney Rice. You know what I'm saying? You know, he been putting it on for a long time now, man, getting these Philly guys exposure against guys that are not from Philly. That was the biggest knock against like Russell Peltz. You know what I'm saying? He was always trying to match up Philly guys with Philly guys, man, turning into civil wars and shit. You know what I'm saying? But RDR is
You
really
need,
trying to
you need, yeah,
homegrown his guys. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a problem flying
yeah,
guys in from out of town and all that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You got to mix it. Boxing it has so many different styles. You can't
Mm-hmm.
just be used to what you can beat, and then that's what you just get used to beating. Then you get something that you're unfamiliar with because it's coming from a different nationality or whatever like that. You know what I mean? You can be off
Right.
point. So I think mixing it up, keeping keeping the guys again, not always trying to find the southpaw guys that want to test your dude too early. That's something I wouldn't do if you got a basic orthodox fighter. If you're gonna
Yeah.
do it with a southpaw, definitely do it with a journeyman. You know what I mean? A guy that they ain't got a lot of steam, ain't real slick with the southpaw. Because southpaws can make young fighters look bad early in the game. And I don't think you want to do that too early. But, it's just
Yeah.
different things you got to do when you got promotions like that. You want to make the fights edgy, but at the same time, you don't want to make them too dangerous for the stars that you're building.
Yeah, no, definitely. Robert Costley said, yeah, that video was during his evaluation out Vegas at Top Rank Gym. Fair enough, fair enough. I will say this. I don't know obviously I don't know the details of it. But for a guy like Jermaine Ortiz, I like Jermaine Ortiz. I like Jermaine Ortiz, man. And I'm not just saying this because I know Rob. But we all know in boxing, you have to find every single advantage that you can get. And Rob would have been a major, major, major addition to Jermaine Ortiz camp because not only is he with the strength and conditioning, but he's an actual coach. Like he's an actual coach. He just specializes in the strength and conditioning department, but he's an actual boxing mind. He's a really good boxing mind. And whenever you don't spare no expense when you bringing in boxing guys into your camp, like you got to bring in the top guys to kind of maximize your opportunity to win inside the ring. So if it was something that was within Jermaine Ortiz's control, then he should have just found a way to work that out. You know what I mean? That's just one less brilliant mind you have in your corner. And when you're going up against Loma, you need every brilliant mind on top of all the physical skills you can display to get yourself a shot against a dude like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is though. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So we're gonna see how he looks against Loma and take it from there. Clarence McLean said kid named Jacob, NYC, follow him on IG. Sure will. Sure will. He said I messed up a few people's mind with the cereal thing, bro. I was so bro. Hey Rob, just to touch on that real quick, bro. Like when you was talking about the cereals and stuff. So at the crib, we take the cereal and we put it in like containers with the lids, so we don't ever had a box. Like we just empty it and like toss the box. Bro, I went to the market like the next morning and I'm like in the cereal aisle, like looking looking at the ingredients in the pack of boxes. They probably was looking at me like I was crazy, bro. Clarence McLean said hard getting the ticket RDR. Yeah, bro. All right. So RDR, what he does is he gives a lot of his tickets out to the fighters. So if you don't know the fighters or you don't trust the fighters, then it's hard to get a ticket. Like you can get a ticket while you're there, but like it's difficult. It's not your typical situation. And I talked to RDR yesterday and I asked him, was the weigh-in like open to the public? He was like, no, not really, but he was just like, pull up. I've been told to pull up before and I got flack at the door. So I don't know if I'm gonna chance it, you know, but Big Shot, I'm a big fan of RDR, man, and everything that he does, man. But I really like that card vlog, that RDR card with Nahir on there. I think that's a solid main
I spoke
event.
on it. Check out the channel, man. I spoke on it, man. You know what I mean? Gave them respect. You know, they doing their thing at the 2300. You know what I mean? I know they've been out to Jersey. You know, they stay in that tri-state area. You know, I know the area. I was there before. You was a thought in your mama's mind. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, they were in I think they're in Essington, PA, which is only like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that ain't nothing. That's basically the city anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what North Sound people say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
Philly too.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know,
yeah. Now getting into I want to talk about Keyshawn for a minute. Keyshawn Davis. And obviously
we ain't really break down that Canseco fight, but we can double back.
We can. We'll double back.
Yeah, I want to get into that, bro. You know, we do what we do. We do real work. So let's get into that. But let's talk Keyshawn.
Yeah, Keyshawn, 5-0, 4 knockouts. So the question I actually have is, well, let me make this statement, then I'll ask the question. I like how they're moving Keyshawn. Like, I like how they're moving him, and usually Top Rank is the top company to move your guy. Like, if you need your guy to be moved correctly and get him to a certain place, Top Rank is the place. Now, once you get there, how Top Rank treats you after that, now that's something different. That's where they failed. You know what I'm saying? But actually getting a prospect to a certain point, like, yeah, like Top Rank's the deal. Now with Keyshawn, I feel like they're doing a good job of moving him right now, getting him opponents that are quality opponents in terms of record, but manageable opponents to where he can actually work on some things, he can build, he can grow. So it's a nice blend that he got going on with him right now. How do you feel about Top Rank actually moving Keyshawn Davis right now, bro? Blunt.
Man, bro, I wanted to write an article on that shit. Like, I really did, but I know we ain't really been flooding the site with articles. But anyway, just a quick, pub real quick. Hit that prediction league up, man. You know, I mean, we do got 2 big fights for this weekend. We got Joyce. Obviously, we got the unification title fight with Canseco and Stevenson. That being said, though, how I feel about him, I like it. The base of my article, I'm gonna just put it out now, since I might not write it, but it would have been, can you have too many stars if you Top Rank? Because they flooded right now. They got Box Boy Troy Isley, they got Shoo, they got Tucker, they got Keyshawn, they got Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? They still got the heavyweight, the boy Shaw. You know what I'm saying? They flooded over there. You know, they still got the heavyweight with Anderson. They still got FA. They flooded right now. Can you have too much talent? Kind of like PBC, where you at some point you run out of the big fights for these guys. That's all I'm asking. Because if you got all of that,
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think those guys. I think PBC actually has more of a problem than Top Rank. But I'll tell you why.
That's right now. That's right now. PBC has more veteran issues, and I think they're the worst when it comes to young talent. I'm not gonna lie. If part of my article would have been ranking these guys, I think ESPN they're flooded right now, bro. Top Rank, my bad. I say ESPN, but Top Rank, they're flooded.
I like I like Top Rank's roster. The thing about PBC, I think they have more of a problem because they have so many guys. Like, and they technically only have one like full-time network. Like Fox is not really a full-time network for them. It's really only Showtime. So it's a simple supply and demand. You know, they got
That's my point.
a
Now,
lot of
will
supply.
at
Mhm.
some yeah, that's my point. At some point, with a growth of these fighters get stalled because now who do we really say is a star? For so long, Bud was the guy on Top Rank. You know, everybody, you know what I'm saying, mess with Bud, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me hold on, bro. Carry the show real quick, man. Let me.
Go ahead, do you think? Yeah, but yeah, as far as just to follow up with what Blunt said, like I don't ever think you can have too much talent. You know, it's just as a matchmaker, you gotta find the right situation. You know, that's the name of the game. You gotta find the right situation, not only for your guy, but basically for the company. And with Top Rank, they don't have too like they can consistently keep their guys busy for right now. It's just with PBC, they got so many fighters. Like it's so many fighters. They have too many fighters and not enough TV slots. They don't have enough TV slots for these fighters. So if you think about it, they have Showtime, right? So they have Showtime, and that's their only like consistent full-time network. So when it's time for them to go on Showtime, they're giving them quality fights, but sometimes Showtime is not getting the cream of the crop because they're losing those fights out to Fox. And Fox is, to me, is a part-time network. Like they kind of get in where they fit in. And you can tell that Fox was promised certain things by Al Heyman and PBC in terms of lineups and things like that. And they haven't got it. They haven't got it. That's why every once in a while you'll see a rumor like, hey, Fox will end the contract. And I was joking around with YSM and Cheeto and those guys, pound for pound. Big shout out to them. Um, and I was telling them, I was just like, yo, Al Heyman putting on a lot of big fights, man. I was like, is he due for a contract extension? Like it seemed like that's the only time he puts on like the mega fights, like back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Al Heyman due for a contract extension with Fox, or is he trying to get one with somebody else? You know what I mean? So, I think I'd rather have too much talent and I'm trying to figure out what to do with the talent versus having too many people and I don't have enough like actual like slots and TV slots. Like it's bigger than just PBC. Like you got Pro Bellum, which is a umbrella of PBC. Then you got you take like a King's Promotions. They're like an umbrella for PBC. So they have different underlings as well outside of just the big PBC. And to be honest with you, they probably, of course, there's probably a new compete clause, but Al's probably gonna have to start sending some of his guys over to other networks just to get work. You know what I'm saying? Like just to get work. And that's the problem because a lot of these guys are fighting every year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you love to see the PBC guys. Like you love to see the PBC guys, but you just know you're not gonna see the PBC guys often. You know what I mean? Like you're just not gonna see them often, man. And it's like that's the downside of having a Al Heyman type setup where you got so many dudes. You got so many dudes, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like basketball. You can have like 10 All-Americans on your squad. Only 5 can get on the court. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got 5 All-Americans sitting on your bench or 5 scrubs sitting on the bench, the bottom line is none of them playing. You know what I mean? None of them playing. So that them having too many people, not enough slots, that's a bigger problem. But that's a great question though. vlog. Clarence McClain, YSM Media Sports. That dude pushes me to stay on my shit. Man, let me tell you something, Clarence. So let me tell you something about like YSM, man. Like, I'll be completely honest. I'm like, I can't do what he does, like at the pace that he's doing it right now. Like he's on some other shit right now. Like I like I tell him that all the time. I'm like, bro, you on some other stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's really and it gets to a point that where you see somebody working so hard. Like I always rooted for him, but I'm like really rooting for him now. Like I hope he gets that top 10, top 5 status in terms of just media dudes, just in regards to everyone's opinion. You know what I mean? Like he's doing a lot of work, man. Big shout out to YSM. Said dude is motivation. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you met him, but when you pull up Saturday, like I'm pretty sure he'll probably pull up. For sure. He said I see his videos in my sleep. Yeah, he drops like crazy. Like he drops like crazy, man. But I'm like, if you're into that now, we're in a different lane. So we're in a different lane from YSM. YSM is in more of the traditional lane, traditional type coverage, which is cool. It's just more saturated. But if you need a blueprint of like actually like hard work and how to get from point A to point B strictly off of hard work, he's probably the dude to talk to. He's probably the dude to talk to, man. Big shout out to YSM. I call him the hottest boxing media guy in the game right now, man. So big shout out to him. But yeah, man. So yeah, but vlog, that was a great question because Top Rank always keeps a stock of young talent. They keep a stock of young talent. Now, the one thing that I don't like is when that talent takes a loss, they've been having more of a tendency to kick those guys to the curb.
They did with the Maloneys.
I think that the Maloneys is still with them. The Maloneys is still with them.
But they not getting no premier fights. They down there fighting in Australia again. They was over here fighting. They back down there in Australia. So if they still with them, it's a low key connection. That's facts. Yeah, they was both just on the Australian card just recently, bro.
Yeah, so they it's the thing, like you take Rodriguez, like Rodriguez lost and they got rid of him. What's your man name? The Adorno brothers.
What they do with the African boy? What they do? Is he still with them?
I think so.
I know he took a loss.
Yeah. So hold on.
Dog Bay? Is that his name?
Yeah, Dog Bay. He's still on there. Yeah. He just had a big fight. I think he fought Joette Gonzalez. Yeah, he just fought. Like,
what about the boy that what about the boy that was calling Night?
He's kind of like on the down. He's kind of like on the downside, but he's still getting fights though. They ain't get rid of him. They ain't get rid of him though.
Okay. Well, I mean, well, that sound like they ain't doing too bad then, Jeff. This based on situation
So like Elvis Rodriguez, I know he got dropped pretty much. You take the Adorno brothers.
Who they get rid of?
The Adornos.
That was dirty.
Yeah, the Adornos.
They might have got rid of them for the Maloneys. They might have got.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know Joseph Adorno's been kind of like thrown in the fire, because he
you ain't seen what's that boy that run with Bud? I think he middleweight. What's his name? Curtis Stevens, I think. Is that his name? He run with Bud. You know who I'm talking about. He a middleweight or he's super middleweight. He's something big dude. He part of, what I'm saying, that Bowman.
You talking about the one you don't like?
Yeah, that
one you're not too fond of.
Yeah, that's personal stuff. Boxing wise, he Oh, he's still with him? Okay.
Yeah, he's still with him.
All right. Well, I ain't seen him in a while though. I think
but he was complaining.
The Buzz situation.
I think that might be. Yeah, I think that might be a issue. You know what I mean? I think there might be an
in-house situation. Yeah,
possibly.
yeah, because I ain't seen the man on there in 2 years. I ain't seen him in 2 years, bro.
Actually, you know what? He had an injury too. He did have an injury. I remember Tree told me that. So I know he's been out because he was recovering from an injury. Now I don't know where he's at right now, but I know Tree was sparring with him. Clarence McClain, he said, I saw him in Brooklyn, never knew it was him. Yeah, that's my guy right there, man. Yeah, that's a hard working dude, man. Like I said, if I had to root for anybody outside of this panel, it would be him. You know what I mean? Like it would definitely be him. And
well, you know what it is when you find your lane, bro, and you in your lane like that, you really get in your groove in your lane. You get the move, and you don't even know how fast you're going after a while. You don't even realize. Like I don't think he do yet. Like it might not set in for him. Like yo, I'm really cooking out here. I ain't even realize they eating with me like that. So you know, big shout out to the young buck. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
keep doing your thing, Aki. It's all good.
Yeah, he definitely because that lane don't work for everybody because it's so saturated. You know what I mean? But he just found a way to add a little twist to it, so it's not just flat traditional. Like you know what I mean? Like so, is this if you actually pay attention to his channel, like
not the repetitive questions.
Exactly.
Like you know what I mean? He getting some real insight. They dropping gems. You got the managers, guys like that he talked to. They drop more gems than the other guys that catch you by the bathroom and wait for you at the elevator. I don't know if you're getting the right questions and the good feedback that way, but however he's doing his thing and he doing good, man. He giving some dudes a look too.
Yeah, he's definitely
the Hackett's and those type of guys. You know, these guys is getting a look. So that's what's up.
Yeah, it's definitely getting a look, you know, for sure from him. So Clarence, we chat pretty much like every day because we in the same like Facebook group and all that. Like so we chat every day for the most part. But yeah, I'll definitely get you on the line with him if you wanted to rap with him or whatever. Like I actually Clarence, that's a good dude to actually know for the route that you're trying to go. And we talk about that all off camera, but you know what I'm talking about though. Yeah, but because we ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. Because we still got Thursday, Friday to cook and Saturday. I gotta talk to Shane because I want to get at least 2 more fights on for Saturday, and I got maybe vlog we could talk off camera about what 2 they should be. But I want I want like 2. I want like 2 on there. And I gotta talk to him. And we gotta get that squared away for the and please go to g5jeftv.com and register for the prediction league, man. Make your picks for this weekend. For sure. It's absolutely free. The winner of the league is $500. Second place gets 200. Third place gets 100. And we got head-to-head, side pot. We got what you need on there. So definitely check us out.
I'm catching up this weekend, bro. I took Triple G trying to, you know, sneak in a little something under the table, you know, pull that carpet from up under you guys, you know what I mean? But it didn't go my way. The fight was posted and everybody was saying, I mean, you can look back at that fight and just see easily 5 good rounds for what's the name? You know, 1 or 2 rounds that might have been hard to judge. It was a draw, bro. Honestly, bro. But that's just my take. That ain't because I took them. That's really what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all like that. Like, just because I bet that way. You know what I mean? Just like with the fight with the boy he had to interview with. He better thank the Lord I wasn't in there because I'd have asked that dude to send me a sample. I need a sample from you, FedEx it, you know what I mean? Pull it off on camera, drop it in the bag.
He's about Lucas Brown.
Yeah, that boy cost me a bag, bro. I had a sick parlay. 1 fight off because of a questionable guy, man. Questionable guy, bro. Tactics. outside the ring stuff, bro. Did they test for that fight? I've been checking the news. I ain't heard nothing. They done swept that shit under the carpet, bro. That's dirty pool, bro. Really, because dude and them didn't even have it based on the drug test. They had it based on the illegal shot. The boy Fa, I think it was Fa, wasn't it Junior Fa?
Junior Fa.
Yeah,
I did bring that because I think I don't know who it was. I think it was Shane that was saying I didn't ask him. I'm like, no, I definitely brought it up. I said, I asked him specifically.
I would ask. No.
I asked him specifically.
No. This is what I came up with, bro. Go ahead. My bad. I don't want to cut you off.
No. I asked him specifically. I said, did you have a problem with Junior Fa challenging the decision based off the punch that you landed? And his response was, yo, it was a landed shot. The referee didn't say it was an illegal shot. So I think it was Shane. He was saying like I didn't ask about that, and I was like, I did. I definitely did. But I got it.
Okay, so my point, I can respond to that.
Go ahead.
I can respond to that, bro. Okay, so you saying the ref didn't say nothing. Second, my response to that don't kill dude's you know what I'm saying, his the paperwork you put in when you want to, you know what I mean, get something adjudicated. So the ref could be to blame because he didn't call the shot illegal. He didn't give you time to recover it, anything like that. So if he's saying he throwing the blame to the ref, that's not taking credit for you knowing and you seeing the fight. You've seen the fight since then. Okay, bro, that was a big win for a dude like you. That's a big win because Junior Fa was an outside guy. You know what I mean? He was a guy that possibly could have got a look for, you know, somebody that needed a decent name, with a guy with a decent record. You know, Cena got to a fight with a Parker. You know, he got a name or two on his resume. He was a guy that got a look. Now you're that guy that's getting a look based on illegal tactics. And then you don't even want me to get into the fact that dudes like you should test regularly, prove your testing to the betting public, bro. That is what I'm talking about. Dudes like you get away with immorality, bro. And this shit costs people money. So people spend oh, they the bad guy. No, when you sitting here walking in the shade when you should be in the sunlight where everybody can see you, bro, that's dirty pool, bro. You should be testing regularly. You, the fucking what's the big boy name? Big Baby Miller. Anybody from Reynoso camp. That's my point. Even in that situation, based on your own health, bro, you should make sure both of y'all are publicly testing. You should be testing just out of the strength that you morally right. Because now you're OG. You was a young buck. You was probably trying to get the bag, whoop-de-whoop. Now you're OG. Are you moving right or are you a foul person, bro? Because that's what this shit boiled down to. And outside of this ring shit, the streets really control the morality of society, bro. So I'm just telling you, bro, don't move wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even because I lost that bet based on that one fight, because it was a 10-fight parlay. I have 9 fights in, and not all favors on the card. So on my ticket, so I could go back and pull that ticket up too. It was a nasty little ticket I put in. That one, it's too fluky, bro. Your power ain't that good, bro. You shot you, bro. You wouldn't have made it out the 6th round from what I was seeing, because you was tired from just doing the celebration with your peoples. Come on, bro. I don't like that fight, bro. Just based on that. I don't like dudes that do what he do in no sport. No sport. Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. I don't know, it might be a little off topic, but do they drug test in NASCAR?
I don't know. I don't think you need performance enhancing drugs to drive. You see
Bro, no, bro. That shit is about stamina, bro. you got to control a beast out there. That shit is about stamina, bro. And you got to be able to control your piss. Man, bro, you ain't getting in and out that car. They're out there for hours driving around that motherfucker. That shit ain't that easy, bro. I think they popped somebody too. To be honest, I might have answered my own question.
If you look it up, definitely let me know. But I don't see anyone taking PEDs to drive. Like them dudes been driving all their life, so it's almost like somebody to do long distance driving. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
but
either
PEDs are just, but that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't. There's stuff that helps you stay up to be able to drive long distance for longer. So that to me is a sample of why I asked the question.
Well, I think,
and just in general across the landscape of sports, because boxing to me is the most you could kill somebody. You kill somebody in car racing too.
I just figured,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I never
coming down off some
shit. Thought about that. I never thought about that. To be honest with you,
but it's me, baby. You know, I think out the lane. I think out the box, bro.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I would be thinking more along the lines of, do you got something under that hood? Because you can be in perfect condition as far as like physically, but if your car suck, like, you know what I'm saying? If your car suck, it don't matter how many PEDs you own. If your car suck, your car suck. So it'll be more so like, what do you have?
Yeah, but if the car too suit can, but that leads to it. If the car too suit, can you handle it? Can you handle it? This ain't no four banger.
But that's like asking like a long distance truck driver, can they handle that type of truck? Like, yeah, like they can handle that type of truck because they've been doing it all their life. You know what I'm saying? I just never thought about that question. I think that's an interesting question. Hold on a second. Clarence McClain said Wilder has a media workout tomorrow. I might see him. Clarence, do them joints be open to the public, or you gotta get permission to pull up? Oh man, this is definitely a show now. My guy Tree James in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Much daily prayers, blessings to you, man. That's my guy right there. Recovering from surgery, man. Look like he getting back into his groove. Big shout out to Tree James, man. Big shout out to Pepe Pena. Big shout out to all my Iowa guys, man. Cruz, Hitman, Stewart, Chino, who else? Rob. Big shout out to all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, big shout out, man. Clarence McClain, good question, vlog. Never thought about that. There are, now I will say this, bro, and this doesn't fall along. This doesn't, in a sense, it doesn't fall on the lines of PDs in a sense that normal people think. There are things that you can take to like sharpen your focus. You know what I mean? Like to really sharpen your focus. So I'm thinking, if anything, maybe something along those lines, like to entertain the question, but not anything to. There's really not anything to take to give you a physical advantage to drive a car. I think it's like it's something just to keep you mentally engaged, just keep you focused and things like that. I could see something along those lines for sure.
First, okay. Now, hold on. You know me, I got a rebut to that. If something helps your mind, doesn't in turn that help your body? Because your mind controls your body.
Yeah, but I mean, like stronger legs ain't gonna win you.
No bust to that one.
Like, you know,
if your leg can stay on that pedal longer, more consistently, if you're sharp enough to be able to switch pedals, okay, I gotta drop gears. I'm spinning this corner right here. I know I want this inside move. So your mind's working. That means your body physically has to match what your mind is thinking about, foresight, things like that. So I think it is something that could be a testable sort of situation, if big time. You know what I mean?
So what would you
think? This mission.
So I'll just bounce it back to you. Like, what?
I don't know.
What would you feel? Because I just don't
know
see
drugs, so I don't know what you could do.
I don't know what. I don't know what you could. I don't know what advantages you could get physically. Usually guys that win in NASCAR, they had the best car. Like a lot of those dudes drive very similar. Like a lot of them had it. It depends on where you start at in the race and how good is your car. All of those dudes are quality drivers. I just don't know what the purpose would be, like, just from a physical standpoint. Like I don't see it, because it's not like they're out there for like 10 hours. Like it's not long distance driving. Like they out there for a minute.
All right, I got you.
But it's, I mean, listen, I will.
We can find out. I'll look it up. Yeah, I'll look it up. Sure. But what I wanted to ask you though, what I really wanted, since you talked to that guy, I need to know, do you feel like those guys should be tested for every fight? Should they do it out of their own pocket? Should they publicize it because these fights are wagered on?
Well, I can partially answer that. Every single fight is supposed to have some type of drug testing, no matter what level it is. It's supposed to have some type of drug testing, but you know how it goes in the sport of boxing. It is the level of testing that you get. And to be honest with you, outside of VADA, you don't hear of any other company that actually catch people. It's just, if it is, we don't know about it. When USADA was testing in the Olympics, when it was boatloads of people that was on the juice, and they never caught nobody. You know what I mean? So it's the test, and then it's what kind of test. Because in boxing, if it's a regular standard test, any boxer or any boxing team that got any type of brains should pass that test. Anybody that got a brain should pass that test. And it's almost like now, if you get caught, you should get punished just for being stupid. That's how loose the tests are. So for me, are you testing? I'm like, anything outside of VADA, then I don't know how stringent it is. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how stringent it is. And that's my thing. And that's something that I would want to that's something I actually want to dive into going forward, man. Like, is there other companies that are reputable and have some type of popularity for catching people? Like, because VADA, think about it, bro. Like, that's the only company that gets reported catching people. Like, Floyd was a big fan of USADA, but they never caught anyone.
Who caught Valdez? Was that VADA?
VADA.
Who caught Valdez?
VADA.
So VADA does all title fights?
So it depends on, I guess, who's running the fight. So what's supposed to happen is, obviously the WBC got something with VADA, and then all the other sanctioning bodies, I think they just bring them in, of course, for the bigger fights or whatever. Usually you see the VADA testing if it's like top 10, top 15, you're more likely to see VADA testing. Outside of that, you really don't see it. But that's why you see a lot of guys, they'll be coming up the ranks and they looking like monsters, and then as soon as they get on TV against a halfway decent dude, they got pillow hands. They punching like kittens. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's definitely a topic, for sure.
Well, I got another one, before we get up out of here. We got some hardcores in the building. So
yes, sir.
Floyd McGregor 2, supposed to be next year. What's y'all thoughts?
I mean, just as I'm not watching, but long as he's able to get to a bag, I ain't never gonna knock anyone for getting to a bag, man. Like it's dudes that's fighting dudes 2 and 120. Like,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
we
So
hardcores. Is okay. I'm asking you a question. We hardcores. I get that. It's about the money. We understand. I get the money. But to me, this is about boxing. Is this a boxing event or is this just another
no,
uh,
it ain't a
exhibition?
box. Yeah,
Because
it ain't a
wasn't the first
boxing
one a
event.
boxing event? Because that
Technically,
counted on
yes.
his record. Am I correct?
Yeah, which was bullshit. But yeah, I don't count any Floyd fight now as an actual fight as a hardcore fan. So it don't matter who he jumps in the ring with. They're all exhibitions. They're all entertainment. They're all exhibition matches for entertainment value, and for him to line his pockets up.
So,
That's just
so
what
if
it
he
is.
fought AB, so if he fought AB, that's exhibition to you too.
No, because
Because
he's an
that fight
actual
has been
fighter.
proposed.
He's an actual fighter.
McGregor's
He's an
an
actual fighter.
actual fighter. He's an
Yeah,
actual
but
fighter. his
his first
giving.
boxing,
So
his
you
first
like
boxing match.
the Logan Silva fight?
No, well, the thing about
Wasn't you
that
supporting
is,
that a couple days ago?
Yeah, McGregor. But see, the thing is, McGregor's first professional fight was against Floyd. That's something completely different. Completely different. Like Silva got a
The
couple
second
fights, but
is now it's his second professional fight,
against
or
the
is it a
goat,
professional fight? I don't know.
against the goat. Like Silva. So the thing with Silva has a boxing background. On top of that, he's beat an actual dude that got a name in the sport. You know what I'm saying? So he got some skin in the game. So I would accept that one more than a Floyd like McGregor. Like Floyd, like what's gonna like Floyd can be 90 years old and he's gonna beat McGregor. Like he can be 90 and he's gonna beat McGregor. Like it's an exhibition. Like it's people not gonna call it an exhibition because of their names, their name value. But as hardcore fans, like there's not a fight that Floyd can take and is gonna be considered a real fight. It's just they're exhibitions. They're exhibitions.
I mean, if I don't know, if it's 10 rounds, that shit ain't no exhibition to me. That shit 10 rounds. If it's an official 10 rounder, I need that on the books.
It's not, but that's what I'm saying. But you threw the hardcore at me, so I got to throw the hardcore back at you. It don't matter how many.
Well, you're hardcore. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it don't matter how many.
Yes, it do,
bro.
If you're fighting, if you're Floyd and you're fighting 6 rounds at this point, yes, those are exhibitions. You're going to Tokyo and you're going out to Dubai and all these places. That's exhibition. But if you telling me you set to rematch somebody you fought in a 10-round fight, another 10-round fight, that should be going on the books. That's not exhibition.
So
that's boxing.
Let me tell you.
I don't care. Now you telling me if we hold up? Let me finish. Now, all the credit we give these guys that are 18-0, 15-0, all of these O's. You're not telling me they ain't fighting some cashier? They ain't fighting some dude that work at the Walmart warehouse? They fighting a lot of these type of guys. So the point being, we know McGregor's not one of them guys. He just happens to not be, quote unquote, a full-time boxer. But what he is in his sport is a striker, which is basically freaking boxing.
Well, to kind of debunk the round thing, him and Logan Paul was 8 rounds, and that ain't going to books. He's a YouTuber.
That's because it was 8 rounds. That's 8 rounds.
Didn't go,
yeah, we know that.
It didn't go in the books. You said if it's 8 to 10 rounds, it should go in the books.
I know that.
That went 8. That went 8, and it didn't.
No, I said if it's 10 rounds. I said 6 to 8. I can understand those at exhibitions. 10 rounds is a boxing match. That's not exhibition. If you're talking 10 rounds, 12 rounds, that's not exhibition.
But
that's a full fight.
Yeah, it's a full fight, but it's against dudes that are basically they're getting a boxing license strictly because of the money. They're getting a boxing license strictly because of the money.
But that's my point. This dude is not. This dude is already a combat sports artist, so he already has technically a license to combat in combat. So it's just a factor of whether it's an MMA license or whether it's going to be a boxing license. This is going to be a boxing license. You also have karate licenses due for jiu-jitsu. So there's different aspects to get licensed for a physical confrontation.
And we get it.
But he is.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like Jake Paul fights is counted as professional fights, and his joints is only like 4 rounds. 6. So for me, it's not. It's not the rounds.
I don't count none of that trash. He is.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's trash is trash. Trash is trash. It don't matter if it's 4 rounds or 10 rounds. Trash is trash, bro.
But this to me ain't trash, because honestly, I gotta be honest with you. This fight doesn't seem like trash to me. The first fight was very. The first McGregor Mayweather fight. Mayweather, I think he beat him based on the fact of we know how to boxers know how to condition differently. They know how to pace differently. It's a different setting for a guy that's like, okay, if I could just get on top of him, I got the advantage this round. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't work like that in boxing. Like boxing, you could be like, yo, I'm on the back foot 2 rounds. It's not looking good, but you setting traps on that back foot. Next thing you know, you get the knockout 2-3 rounds later. People forget that it looked like you were losing the fight. So that's what makes this fight intriguing. Can Floyd pull it off? This older Floyd. If it's 10 rounds, I'm hoping it's 10 rounds. If it's anything under 10 rounds, I'm on your side. I disregard it. I hope it's 10 rounds. That's the only thing I can say. Because I want this one on the books.
I don't care if this shit is 15 rounds, man. I'm not interested in that shit.
Damn.
Bro,
Jeff, you're a hater. You're being shamed right now. I thank you for making sure Shane is a part of the broadcast.
When is the last time McGregor won a fight in his own backyard?
Just the GOAT, baby.
He's getting his ass whipped in his own backyard.
He don't wrestle.
He trying
people that wrestle beat him. People that wrestle beat him. People that got hands that go toe to toe with him don't beat him. It's just that simple.
Yeah, if they fight, you let me know what happened. Because I ain't watching that bullshit.
Damn.
I ain't streaming it.
Man.
I ain't streaming it. I ain't doing none of that, man. Just
hit my phone. Get the build up of money,
hit my phone when it's over, man. Let me know what happened. I'll put a couple of shorts up.
Man, this Big Bang Hank getting back in there, baby. This Big Bang Hank, he getting back in there, baby. I can't get the build up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate your honesty, though.
Hey, man, you come on the channel.
I'm gonna try to hit you with some.
Oh man, he said, hold on. Clarence said Canelo must have missed his dose because Saturday he looked horrible. Yeah, he was, bro. We talked about that.
He's been looking horrible, bro.
Yeah, he's been. Like I said, he need to take a vacation.
He 3 fights in looking bad. He looked bad against Plant in a knockout victory. He looked bad against Bivol, trying to put weight on, and he looked bad against Triple G.
And I thought he looked bad in the Kovalev fight. To be honest with you, keep it a bean. I thought he looked bad in the Kovalev fight.
The horizon for him ain't looking real great because you got mandatory situations coming up. I mean, it's either you do something with Dezan, and Dezan got I don't know if they could pull a rabbit out the hat. Who they got at 168 over there that's really that guy. Ryder, I don't know. You can make that fight over.
That's what I would go with.
That's what I'm saying. No, I mean, but check it. In his situation, what you got? 2 fights left. Let's be honest. You got 2 fights left. Let's say
Canelo. He got 1 fight left.
A rematch situation. Yeah. I think
he had a 3-fight deal. 3-fight deal. So he's 2 in.
So who they got for him? Who they got? Ryder? That's it.
I don't know.
They not gonna do no PBC. PBC ain't letting nobody go over. They're not gonna do nothing like that unless they get a rebound fight on their network. You know what I mean? Who can they send over? Like, I don't know. Obviously, Clarence not gonna be a real contender.
Clarence said he's going back on his European tour. I think no, that's what Clarence said.
That's what I said. John Ryder. European tour.
Yeah, John Ryder. I could see John Ryder being a real possibility.
Oh yeah.
To be honest with you, or I could see them trying to drag maybe another 160 pounder and get them to move up. Be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Eubank get the opportunity. I can see Eubank getting the opportunity.
That is terrible. Eubanks is terrible at 168. He is terrible at when he don't have no power at 168, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm just throwing some names out there. Throwing some names out there.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about style wise. It's not a good matchup. I think that's the style where is methodical as Triple G is. He can more pace himself instead of, okay, let me try to live up to this knockout thing. He shot his load early, and obviously he ain't got the heavy load no more. But if you fighting a guy that's kind of out his realm, that gives you a better chance. You know what I'm saying? I think 168 is his best weight, but he ain't fought at 168 damn near a year. Was it close to a year since the Bivol fight?
Yeah, around there, yeah.
No, it ain't been a whole year. Yeah, so, yeah, bro, I don't know. I mean, but I hate them bringing up the dudes, bro. That's so disrespectful to the 168ers that are already there. You know what I mean? That's just, I don't like that.
He said, Vlog versus Canelo, 20 mil, you taking the fight.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll make weight. And I could probably beat him too. Let's go 6 rounds. I need 2 weeks training, 6 rounds. I could beat him. I take him in the deep waters.
I can't make weight.
No, let me stop. I can't. Stop. I can make that. I can't. I'm 190 now, so I can make that shit.
Yeah, I can't make weight. You might see me in the ring with Carlos Takam.
I'll take that fight though. I'll take it.
You catch me in the ring with Carlos Takam. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that.
Try. Well, my thing is, I try to survive. Yeah. Takam going. He might dog walk.
Hold on.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, he's strong as hell. He probably had me iced somewhere. I ain't gonna front. Like he did well. He fought admirably in his last fight. Because I think you had it going under 5.
I didn't see that. But I gotta look up. Yeah, he went the distance.
I had a 2-2 after 4 rounds. I had a 2-2 after 4 rounds. He was competitive. Like for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna close.
Did he get knocked out?
Nah, decision.
I gotta look that up. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Damn, I done lost some money on that one. Yeah, let's get up out of here, bro. We still, like I said, man, tomorrow, bro, for sure. We gotta do some homework, bro. We really gotta, what we do over here. We cook up with the, that inside the ring sort of work. We all over the place with this boxing talk, but I really want to dive into the X's and O's just based on the size advantage. We gotta really break that down, bro.
Yeah, we could definitely I'm gonna definitely find some film tonight. the breakdown. We can take it from there, man. But hour 25 minutes strong, man. No Shane, no Mac. And this one, hopefully he'll be in tomorrow, man. But vlog, give him your social media, brother, so we can get up out of here.
I'm on Twitter. Hit me up at BoxingVlog. Just straight BoxingVlog. That'll come through. Hit me up on Instagram, boxing. Use the number one STVOLG. I'm definitely putting up the numbers because we trying to find our lane like everybody else. And we want to groove with these boxing numbers, help everybody get a bag. It's always boxing first. We can bet on anything. Get your money, but it's always boxing first. So rock with me, man. I got a nice little 11 fight parlay up on Instagram right now. Y'all go give me y'all thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate the support and love. Definitely jump into the G5JeffTV.com prediction league. Again, man, you got first, second, third place. We got head up, and we got some side pot thing going on. So rock with us, bro.
Facts, man. Catch me all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, G5JeffTV, website, G5JeffTV.com. Join the Boxing Prediction Fantasy League. Like Vlog said, is absolutely free to join. We have a lot of fun doing it. My guy Clarence McLean said, peace, my dudes. Big shout out to you, bro. I'm going to definitely rap with you before Saturday for sure. See where you're going to be at so we can link up. And, yeah, man, we just cooking up, man. We're gonna get into some homework tomorrow, man. So on behalf of VP Shane, also known as Ice Cold Shane, my man Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless, aka Mr. 1K, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. On behalf of the staff, it's gonna be episode 130 tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow.